Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and for this week's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I study for school. So basically, the two devices that I use to take notes on are my MacBook Air and my iPad 2018 version. It's a new version that's Apple Pencil compatible, so it just looks like this. I have the rose gold version, and the screen is, I believe, 9.7 inches. I'll leave a link down below if you want to check it out. But basically, I just use my iPad to take notes when I'm writing things down. I use my computer more for writing down documents or editing PDFs. I'm basically a completely paperless student, so I want to show you guys the programs that I use. I use programs like PDFelement, OneNote, and GoodNotes. So basically, a lot of your classes you have to have textbooks, obviously, and readings sent online. I choose just to have the e-text version of all of them just because it's way easier and I don't have to like carry around textbooks. So because of that, I have to annotate my PDFs and edit them. So one of the apps that I use is PDFelement, and I use it on my MacBook as well as my iPad, but I'm going to be primarily showing you how I use it on my MacBook. Basically, what PDFelement is, it's an all-in-one smart PDF editor, and I really like them because I'm a student and I'm on a budget, so they're definitely cheaper than Adobe and they're a great alternative to it. So basically, when you first open the app, this is what it looks like, and I can edit a PDF, combine PDFs, convert, edit PDF forms, I can batch process, which is basically perform multiple PDF conversions, and I can create PDFs. So basically, I'm going to show you kind of how I would use it. So I'm going to open File here. I have it connected to my Dropbox because that's where I keep everything online. I'm just going to open up one of my textbooks here, and I'm going to open up my anatomy. And basically, as soon as I open it up, this is what it looks like. I can just scroll down, and I have the entire 984 pages of it. And so basically, up here you have your toolbar, and that's how you can scroll up and down. You can press the hand so you can kind of move it all around. So say I was going to just select this title here, I could just go and press highlight and then choose any of the colors I want. I can also choose the opacity as well. So say I want to get to a certain page, I can just click page, and then I can scroll down and click the certain page that I want to be on. Say I want to be on page 70, I just double click, and now I have it all in front of me here, so it's way easier than actually scrolling down. So one of the great features that I like about this app is that you can actually go in and edit the PDF. So say for some reason I wanted to change this title here, I could just go and delete it, and then there it is, completely now part of the PDF. And now if I realize I actually want that title back, I could just go in and add it back. So you can actually directly edit the PDF itself rather than having to just put a text box beside it. So another feature that I like about it is called text callout here. So if I specifically want to remember something about a certain word, so I can click on the word and it will have an arrow to the specific word, and then I can say important, for example. So now I'm going to show you how to create a PDF. So I'm just going to go to the top right corner, create PDF, and now I'm going to go to my desktop and find an image here. I have the image of the flower, and basically it turns that image now into a PDF format. So overall, I really like using this app just to annotate any of my textbooks because you can edit PDFs from text to images, links, pages, watermarks, backgrounds, headers, and footers. So tons of things that you can annotate using this app. So now I'm going to show you how I take notes on my iPad. For my iPad, I use the Apple Pencil, and I also use this Anchor keyboard. It's just a wireless keyboard that I like to use. Basically, I have an all-in-one computer here on my iPad, but I use the Anchor keyboard when I use my OneNote application, and I use my pencil with OneNote as well as GoodNotes. So first, I'm going to be going into how I take notes with GoodNotes. Basically, when you open up GoodNotes, you see your front screen, whatever you were last working on. I happen to be working on a critical response, so that's the first thing that opens. But I can go here to categories, and then it basically shows all the master categories that I have. So I have anatomy, health aging, other, writing, and trash. So let's just go into health aging, for example, and I have now subcategories. So I like to separate my different lectures into what week we covered it and whether or not I have my textbook attached to it. So as you can see here, I have my textbook, which it shows right here. I also have week 1 through 4, and it can show the different articles that I have under that heading. Now, if I wanted to go and show you writing, for example, I have 3 different things here as well. And now in writing, this is where I would annotate any of the documents that I have to do for my writing class. So I have to annotate something for like a summary or something, I'll do it in here, specifically on my iPad. So now, as you can see here, I have taken notes for this specific article. As you can see, I have lots of notes, and I like to use tons of different colors, so somehow it'll stick in my head. But basically, at the top here, you see all of the 5 different controls. So you can use your pen, you can choose which pen you're using, you can choose a highlighter, eraser, lasso tool, so basically this just kind of moves around the text, and then this is the no pen touch. Basically I can just use my pen to kind of scroll through the pages without writing on it. And then here, this is the shape tool, and this is basically if I want my shapes to be straight and make proper circles and everything. I use this a lot when I'm making lines and when I'm highlighting, just so everything is nice and clear. So say if I was reading through this document and I thought something was important, I would just draw a line. Let's pick a color, I like pink. Draw a line, turn on the shape tool just so I have a straight line, and then I would turn it off, zoom in, and say remember or something. Now I don't have the neatest handwriting, especially during class. When I'm taking notes on PowerPoints, I really don't write that neatly, but then I'll go in after and kind of make it neater. Say for example, here's a fresh page and I wanted to highlight something important. I would just go to my highlighter, pick the color, I would press the shape tool, and then if I'm highlighting it, it makes the line straight. But as you can see here, if I don't have the shape tool on, it doesn't make the highlighting as precise. So say if I wanted to do a text box here, I could just pull it up to where I wanted, and then the keyboard would pop up and I just would pull out my keyboard and just type the notes onto there. That's also when I would use my keyboard here. I use this more primarily though for OneNote, so I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so basically that is just how I take notes. If I wanted to export or clear a page, you can just click on this side here. And say for example, I wanted to handwrite a note, I can add a page above, and it allows you to choose which kind of paper. Typically when I'm writing notes, I like to choose the medium and quad ruled paper, and then you would just start writing. So say I was doing math, I could just do my heading of math, and then see section 1A, and then I would just start typing out my notes. So now I'm going to be showing you the actual app that I use more on my day-to-day basis when I'm in class. I use OneNote. I just like OneNote because it syncs up really good to my computer. For some other classes that I don't use my iPad for, I still have all the information still on my computer and my iPad that I can go back to. So let's, for example, go into, let's see, the bony skeleton, which is a lecture for my anatomy class. So basically I just imported the PDF into OneNote. If you'd like a whole video explaining how to use specifically GoodNotes or OneNote, let me know and I can do that as well if you'd like. Basically I'm just gonna be showing you kind of the gist of how I take notes. So I would input my PowerPoint here, and for anatomy he does not give us many notes on the specific slide, so I'm constantly typing and constantly writing with my Apple Pencil. So basically in class I would just kind of prop this up and I'll have my keyboard underneath, and when he goes from talking a lot, I'll start typing out. When he goes to actually explaining diagrams, I will start writing it out. So this is one of the diagrams here. This is just one of the hands. And basically here, as you can see, I did not do any typing. I just specifically annotated the actual picture. So in order to do that, I would go to draw, and then it has all of the different types of ink selection. I do prefer GoodNotes just for writing wise. It just feels a lot smoother, but specifically for the syncing up capabilities, I choose OneNote just because I can access it from my computer as well. So basically, if I were to annotate this as well, I would go pick the color. Now it doesn't have like a straight line tool. That is something that I do prefer GoodNotes for, but say I need to remember this, again, I would write important and have it there. There we go. And then I would remember this specific thing. It also has the lasso tool as well, so say that wasn't in the right spot, I could just move it up here. So now let's go here. If I was switching on to text mode, if he was talking really quickly and I can't write down, I would switch on my keyboard here. This is the Anchor keyboard, and then I would start typing. Basically, I have my iPad here sitting in front of me, and I have my keyboard, and basically I would just choose where I want to start typing. So say I wanted to start there. It doesn't show up on the iPad because I do have my keyboard here, and I would just type. So say, hi, this is a test. So I really find this super handy. I can indent down as far as I want to, type it again, important. Anything I need to do, I just find it a lot quicker than having to flip the iPad down and type on the iPad, because I can still see it in front of me, but then I can also go in with my Apple Pencil when I need to. So overall, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and enjoyed kind of seeing an inside scoop on how I study. If you want a more in-depth video on specifically any of the apps I mentioned, please leave a comment down below and I can do that for you guys. If you also want a what's on my iPad video in general, where I show you all like the different applications that I use for school, also the different games and stuff that I have on my iPad, I probably will be doing that soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you want another iPad related video about like a review of the 2018 version versus like the old Pros or the new Pros, I can definitely do a video for you guys just kind of showcasing this iPad, because honestly I think the iPad Pros are way overpriced for what they do. I know they're really amazing, but this one for a lot cheaper basically does almost the exact same thing. I'm not bashing the actual iPad Pros, but I just think for way more affordable you can basically do the exact same thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Again, thank you PDFelement for sponsoring this video. I will leave all their information in the down bar below, so be sure to check out their website and let me know how it works for you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.